My math test is free for any of our HCC students, and because 2 weeks of the course is online instruction, we need to use my math test with these students. In order to enroll in my math test, students need an email address, a program ID, which I'll walk you through creating, and an access code. This is our access code. It's the same access code for all students. Pearson has given us 1,800 uses, and we have about 1,100 students in first 4-week courses. So you would give this to the student and you can walk this through. If you wanted to create a student account for yourself, you could, but you do not want to use your My Math Lab ID to do it. You'd want to make up a new account. I often use my cat, is named Sophie, and I have an account for Sophie 5. And I use a Gmail account, sophie5.com, sophie5@gmail.com. So you could create a student account for yourself if you want, but do not use your own My Math Lab account. Otherwise, it'll turn your My Math Lab account into a student account. When you create your own My Math Test account, you use your My Math Lab login information. If you do not have My Math Lab login information, you need to let me know so that you can get access. And we usually get access within hours. So within hours of you contacting me, you'll probably have access. Okay, that shows them how to log in. Now, how do they navigate it? To navigate it, this is just logging in again. They start the course by taking a pretest, and the pretest is going to test their knowledge on 106 topics. It's most of the time it's a short test, as few as 10 items. It could be longer. It is individualized based upon how they answer. The test either gives you more questions or less. Once they complete the test, they start working on the study plan. And to navigate to the study plan, you choose study plan in the on the course menu, and then choose view progress, and you see this version of the study plan. I like this version of the study plan because it shows you all of the material that needs to be covered for the semester. There are 85 objectives total, and this student scored 14 out of 85 based upon the pretest. And so there's 71 objectives left to be covered. On 2.1, it looks like there might be 4 objectives, and the student has covered 1 out of 4 objectives. On 2.2, they didn't master any objectives. So you can, and when you mouse over each one, this is just a screenshot so you can't, but it would tell you how many objectives there are. And then clicking on an objective will open up the unit or the section. So if I clicked on 2.1, it would open up section 2.1, which has three objectives for me to work on. There was a 4th objective that I tested out of, and that doesn't show up here. So to get credit for passing that objective, I could go ahead and take the quiz me. If I think I know what a numerator and a denominator is, I could take a quiz. The quizzes are set up to deliver 5 questions. Sometimes there are less than 5 questions. and the student needs to score 80% or better in order to test out. So if I took the QuizMe and I failed, I got less than 80%, then I would have to do some practice. And then the practice opens up almost like a MyMathLab homework assignment. I need to practice at least one question before I'm allowed to quiz. And the 0 of 1 MP, MP stands for mastery points. The student wants to earn all of the mastery points to complete their study plan. So once I mastered identifying the numerator and denominator, that would disappear from here, and I would go on to identifying proper and improper fractions. So it might seem, if I go back up here, it might seem like 85 objectives are quite a few objectives, but if you look at the actual objectives, just identifying numerators and denominators, identifying proper and improper fractions, and analyzing part-whole relationships. This would be like a schematic showing 2 parts out of 3 are shaded, gives you 2/3. I don't think those are really difficult objectives for the students, and they should be able to master section 2.1 relatively quickly. Okay, so that's student mastery.